All right, guys, I know how it goes, man. It's always a pleasure when OSU Cowboys get together. All right, we got to do that over, bro. Y'all sound like y'all in camp, bro. Let's do it again. It's always a pleasure when OSU Cowboys get together. So I believe Coach Gundy maybe wanted to show you all that clip as to what they said. They said he made a lot of plays last year on special teams and as a receiver, and he got a nice contract for it. So that's just tapping back in on that special teams piece, doing the best that you can do, okay? But he'll elaborate on it more. So now, this is our first player development session for the season. And man, today we're going to be talking about becoming a free thinking man. So repeat after me. Free. Come on, man. Free. Thinking man. Okay, so that's what we're focusing on today, becoming a free thinking man. And a part of that, man, we're always talking about buying into the cowboy culture, doing the things that we do, the core values and the principles, okay? So every session, I'm going to leave you with 3 things you can put in your toolbox, because you won't remember everything that I say. So when you buy into the program, you're going to leave here knowing how to do 3 things. That's to be on time, be prepared, and give it your all, okay? That's universal right there. And I promise you, 90% of the time, you will win in life by doing those 3 things. Being on time, being prepared, and giving your all, okay? But what about the 10%? The 10% is the uncontrollable, the unknown, the unforeseen circumstances, things that you cannot control. And that 10% is adversity, okay? So let's apply it to the context that you're in right now. That 10%, that adversity. Some of you guys are dealing with injuries, multiple injuries. You didn't have that in the plan. You didn't know that was going to happen, right? Some of you guys say, Coach, I am doing the big 3. I show up on time. I'm prepared. I go hard. I'm still not getting the results. Sometimes, guess what? The guy in front of you is just better. It's adversity. You got to push through it. And then what's new is none of you all expected your family and friends and people to put the responsibility financially on you. You didn't expect for the people to gas you and bleed you for your money. That's adversity, right? So how are we going to push through adversity? The first part of pushing through adversity is emotions. As a man, your mind has to be stronger than your emotions. Every time when adversity strikes, take a step back and make sure, am I being logical or am I being emotional? An emotional man, a man ruled by his emotions, is weak, unpredictable, untrustworthy, a liability, and he is dangerous to those that he's connected to. When you're emotional, you can't control your emotions, big dog, you're dangerous. You're a liability. I have to get you from around me. Put it in context. Think about your mom, your sister, your girlfriends, aunts, all the women in your life, right? When they get emotional and they pop their top, what do you say? Oh, man, she tripping. Oh, here she go. Man, stay out of her way, right? And then what do? You just let it go by, you brush it by, you don't take it serious. Man, she being a woman, she being emotional. So what do you think you look like when you're emotional? When you can't control your emotions when adversity strikes, you make a bad play, you drop a pass, you miss a block, you miss a tackle. What do you think you look like when you pop your top, right? And I'll leave that right there. So now, when we talk about core values and principles, the core values and principles that we're teaching you here are going to lead you throughout your life. But you always hear people talk about values and principles. But how often has anybody ever explained? Raise your hand if somebody's ever just explained what values and principles are to you. One person? Nobody ever explained it to you. They just say it, right? That you use context clues. So now, values are the principles and standards or beliefs that guide you as men and your behaviors and decision making in life. That's the value. So to keep it simple, your values is what you believe and what's important to you. Those are your values, okay? And then it goes to your principles. They are the fundamental truths that serve as your foundation and guide your belief in your core values. So to keep it simple, your principles is what you stand on and what you apply to live your life by your core values. So when you're a man of principle, everything that I do is in alignment with my core values. And that is what I believe and what's important to me. So a man with no principles is perceived as dishonest, corrupt, and in some cases evil. A man of principle is seen as a good and an honest person. So that's why people say, I'm a man of principle. The principle you stand on is according to your core values of what you believe in and what's important to you. So ask yourself, am I a man of principle? Okay? So now, what does that look like in real time? When I say buy into the culture, buy into the core values and principles, what does that look like? You hear Coach Gundy talk about discipline and toughness, right? So what is the discipline? Man, discipline is waking up every day, doing everything that you can do in your power to be successful, doing the right thing, following the rules. Discipline is in alignment with integrity. Everybody say integrity. Integrity. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's looking, big dog. That's a part of the discipline. And then the toughness part. Life is hard. Life is cruel. You're going to have times in life where you're going to see loss, tragedy, hurt, anger, all of those things, right? And what are you going to do? You got to be a tough motherfucker to make it. You got me? And so if this is the value, the core value, what is that? The belief, okay? That's the belief, and that is the belief and what's important to you. So now, what are the principles? How do I implement my core belief in my life? How do I implement the core values of the program? Through the classy cowboy motto. I can be heard saying, please, when asked something. I can always be heard saying, yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, to my parents, instructors, coaches, etc. So do you all understand the difference between core values and principles? The core value is what you believe, what's important to you. The principle is how you apply it and how you move through life, right? So now, right here, y'all see this. When you buy into this program, these are going to be your core values and principles that will never change. And you're going to find success. The only thing that will change is that you're going to add to it, right? So now, I can give you the best information in the world, but who has to apply it? Do I apply it or do you apply it? Is it me or you? It's you, right? So now, Coach, I hear all this that you're saying. So how do I create my own core values and principles? What does this look like in my life? I can't do it for you. You have to do it. So I'm challenging you now. This is where you really have to lock in. This is where you have to lock in on this next part, because I want you all to think about this. Really think about it. 4 years ago, when you get a guy in your program, you know what we can do? Hey, he's going to be here for 4 or 5 years. He can grow, he can mature, and he'll go through the progress, through the program, and we'll send him off in life. You all don't have that anymore. You all are 18 through 23, 24, making adult life-altering decisions. With NIL, transfer portal, with the money that you're getting, you can either put your life 5 to 10 years ahead, or you can put yourself 5 to 10 years behind in life. But it sucks because you 18, 19, some of y'all young, and you can't handle what you have, the position that you in. So how can I handle it, Coach? How can I become a free-thinking man and dominate and make the best of my reality? Okay? So the challenge is this. Write down your core values and principles as a man, and then ask yourself why. Why is this my core value? Why do I believe this shit? Right? And then the second part of that is this. I want to challenge you to challenge your belief. I want you to challenge your why. I said this is my core value, these are my principles. Challenge it. Not to change it, but to gain understanding for yourself. I don't want to change what you believe. I want to make sure that you can be a free thinking man that knows what you believe. Do y'all understand that? That's how you become a free thinking man. I can tell you discipline and toughness all day, but if you can't define it and you can't live it, it don't mean nothing, right? And then the last part of the challenge, I want you to challenge what you were taught to believe throughout your whole life. Ask yourself why. Do I have a true understanding for myself? So listen to this. Sit up in your seats, guys. Listen to me. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. We are all a sum total of our experiences in life, okay? So our family, our mothers, our parents, our community, our environment, they taught and gave us our core values and principles. They made us who we are today. I'm challenging you to reach out to those people. Call your dad, mom, grandparents, whoever that is, the coach, and ask them what are their core values and principles and why. And 90% of them are going to be taken aback. They're going to be floored because they most of them have never been asked that. Better yet, have to define it. You understand? And I'm not telling you that to go against what you believe and how you was raised, but that's the only way you can become a thinking man and think for yourself. You understand? And why is that important? You're in a position right now, dog, that if you don't make the right decisions, you can alter your life 5 or 10 years forward or 5, 10 years back. Y'all understand? I want y'all to wrap your head around that. The power in being a free thinking man, the foundation of it is your core values and your principles. Okay? It is important because once you understand for yourself my core values, my beliefs, nobody can shake you. Nobody can change what you know about you. You have the confidence, you have the reassurance of being you. And now you can trust your thoughts. There's nothing none of y'all can tell me that's going to change what I want to do. Because I'm confident and I'm unapologetically myself because I know my core values and my principles. Y'all got me? So we're going to keep the main thing to what? If there's something more important than being right here, right now, what should you be? The man that thinks that he can and the man that thinks that he can't are both what? Right. And if nobody told you they love you today, just know that I do, man. Y'all have a good one, fellas.